I was back at the most magical place on earth for 2 days recently for a very special trip. Disney invited my family and I to Walt Disney World before we boarded the new Disney Treasure, and we stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge for the first time. This trip was like nothing that I've ever done before, and I'm going to share the whole treasure story in my next video. But for this part of the trip, we had a day at Magic Kingdom and a day at Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Animal Kingdom Lodge was a real treat, and it was decorated for Christmas with the biggest tree, and they even had a few special gingerbread animals inside. If you go at Christmas, you have to try the soft gingerbread cookies. They're amazing. This is also the resort for watching animals, as the whole resort is surrounded by a literal zoo of African animals, including zebras, giraffes, there's deer and antelope, and we even saw vultures. And while you're at Animal Kingdom Lodge, you have to try zebra domes. These are the special treats that you can only find here, and they are so delicious. Like all the Disney resorts, there's a big pool to enjoy, but the big difference at the resort is that the rooms have views out over the park space. There are always a few animals outside the windows, and they're especially active in the mornings. It is just wild standing on your balcony and watching a giraffe walk by. Having time to sit and watch the animals for a little while is actually a really big treat, and you won't get to do this anywhere else. We loved our room, and it was the first time getting a chance to try the Hey Disney Alexa smart speaker. And I have to say, you have to check out the store at Animal Kingdom Lodge. It is very unique, and it's got lots of African items as well as Animal Kingdom themed goodies. We had a bit of a rest since we'd been going since 5 a.m. and then we headed off to Magic Kingdom to do a few things that we'd been looking forward to for a long time since we last visited. The park was in full-on holiday mood, and I have to say I love this spot just inside the entrance for a fantastic view of the tree and the castle and right down Main Street. We had such a wonderful time just soaking up the atmosphere. It had been a couple years since we'd all been to Magic Kingdom, so it was wonderful. Our first stop was Tiana's Bayou adventure. We had been looking forward to this ride for a very long time. When my daughter was little, we watched Princess and the Frog about a dozen times. It's always been one of our favorite films, so we've been excited to see this new attraction. And the last time I was here was for Destination D23, and it was still just halfway through being redone. We absolutely love the whole ride. It's such a great upgrade. Even the ride queue is such a fun tribute to the movie and the characters. We got on near the end of the day, and I have to say that it looks like it would be gorgeous at night or even dusk if you get a chance to ride it down.
Any musicians out here who want to jam? The party's about to begin!
So cute.
Tiana wasn't kidding, y'all. This side of Coco and she found and played. Hallelujah!
We'll ask them to join the band for sure.
Cause the bigger you are, the bigger the splash you'll make in the heart.
First time at Tiana, it's nice and wet. All of us love it. While we were in Frontierland, we had to get on Big Thunder Railroad. It's another favorite ride of mine in the park, and it's so cool at sunset. Ever since I was a kid, I have loved the bears, even before I got to go to Disney. So the Country Bear Jamboree was a must-stop for their new show. The music and this whole show is so great, it's classic Disney. And then it was getting dark, so it was the perfect time to head to the Haunted Mansion, especially since that tied perfectly into the cruise we were about to go on. We're going on the Treasure on Monday, and we're very excited. It's a media preview. It's a 3-night cruise to preview the new ship, and we're so excited for the new Haunted Mansion bar. It's gonna be amazing. So, here we go. Yes, the Disney Treasure has the Haunted Mansion Parlor, and it is a little bit of everything that you could expect from the ride. It's very easy for a fan of the ride to geek out over all the details that you're going to see at the parlor.
Turning back now.
If you're even a little bit of a fan, you are going to love it. So yes, this whole opportunity to get on the ride before we got on the cruise was so much fun, because it was a refresher course in all the little details that come to life on the ship. I'm absolutely blown away by the experience that Disney was able to create on the Treasure, so that you can feel like you've just like hung out in the Haunted Mansion for an hour. Yeah, that makes me excited to have a cocktail and have some ghosts hang out, enjoy the spirits together. Over in Tomorrowland, we had to get on Tron. I had been once before, but I love the movies, and I couldn't wait to introduce my daughter and my wife to the new ride. It's in my top 3 for favorite rides at the parks, and as we left, the other awesome part was getting to see the fireworks being set off over the castle. Naturally, we also had to get on another classic, the People Mover. Whether you just want to take a little break in the park, sit down and relax, or you just want to see a better view of some of the parts of the whole park, it's always a walk-on, and it's perfect. We love this ride. Then we snacked, we zapped some Zorgs, we enjoyed a comedy show, and we headed over to Peter Pan. I didn't know there was a volcano there. So this has been a pretty quick day for us. So we got up early. We left Toronto at the flight left at 7 a.m. And by the time we got settled at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which was amazing to get to, it really was like about noon before we were settled. And then, you know, we were a little slow to get to the park, but then We've had such a great time. We usually end the night at Pirates of the Caribbean or Haunted Mansion. And we've done Haunted Mansion. We're gonna see, you know, if it's a walk-on, we might do it at the very end because it's such a favorite. But we're gonna go now. We're gonna do Pirates. But, you know, it's very cool to be back before a cruise. We could have come back after the cruise. It didn't work out for various reasons. I have another thing I'm going to, but it's very cool to be here before a cruise. Usually we've come after, and of course this is a very, very special cruise. So yeah, it's hard to believe we're here, to be honest, because it feels a bit surreal. We've never been here in December either, which is kind of unique. So anyway, I'm gonna go get my Dole Whip because every time I'm here I have to have my twist Dole Whip, and then we're gonna go get on Pirates. I love, love, love Pirates of the Caribbean. If I had to pick a favorite between Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean, I don't know, that would be a really tough one for me. They're both classics, but Pirates is a very special place in my heart, I have to admit. And that was the end of the night for us. We pretty much stayed until the park closed, and as we walked out through Main Street USA, I have to say I felt so Christmassy with all the decorations and the tree and everything else. Talk about pure magic, just like walking down the street. Everything's lit up. It's beautiful for Christmas, and then of course the tree, it's amazing. We've done it a couple times. It's been a little while since we've been here before. I guess it's been a couple of years now since we've been here for Christmas, so it's amazing coming back and seeing this, and it is super, super festive. Just perfect epitome of Christmas right now. And as I left, I saw one more surprise that I absolutely loved. Disney had displays up for Mickey's Christmas Carol, one of my all-time favorite Christmas shows that I have to watch every year. It was wonderful seeing these. They're so cool. Okay, today we decided to start in Hollywood Studios because it's absolutely one of our favorite parks, just in terms of like, not just the look and style, but then the rides here. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway we're going to first, and I even love Star Tours. I'm gonna say, I've said that in other videos, but yeah, I absolutely love this park. Just look at it, come on. How can I not love this place? It definitely feels like vintage Hollywood in all the right ways. One of the main stops that we had to do on this trip was Muppet Vision 3D. Disney announced that they're going to be closing the attraction sometime soon, and I had to make sure that we went one more time. I absolutely adore the Muppets, and while I'm excited to see how they're going to turn Aerosmith into a Muppet attraction, I'm really going to miss the Muppet Theater experience.
Sorry, lady. Woody ran away. You know what that makes him? Smarter than us. Anybody seen a bunny? I don't see a bunny.
One last show. I'm actually going to be back at Hollywood Studios pretty soon, so I may have to do a whole video on this area after my trip back just to say goodbye one more time.
Told you nothing was gonna go wrong.
And then it was time for Star Tours. I love the AT-AT up front, and my daughter had never been on it before, so we had to go.
Or even worse.
I have to say, every time I'm on that ride, that it's one of the best rides in Hollywood Studios. It is so underrated. You can get onto the ride in like 10 minutes. Like, I've never had to wait very long. If you can lightning light it, you're on almost instantly. It is such a fun ride. Different endings every time you're on it. And then you get to exit through the Star Wars store, which I also kind of love, even though I'm trying to stop my daughter from buying a porg in there. I'll buy you an ice cream. What about baby ice cream? She did reject the baby ice cream, but I'll have to admit, the porgs are very cute. But we had to head out and head over to Epcot next. Weird that I'm excited to take my very first Skyliner ride, because I'm definitely excited. I haven't done it at Disney yet. It's my first ride. No. Yes, I've never been on the Skyliner before. Thank you. Am I gonna be okay? This doesn't go upside down, does it?
No, but it goes fast.
She asked me if Star Tours goes upside down. It is wild to see all of this greenery here.
Right.
Like in the middle of Walt Disney World. It's amazing.
Hold on to your straw hats. We are about to enter the heart of the Caribbean.
Coming off the Skyliner, we landed right in France and naturally went right to Remy's Ratatouille adventure. One of the best rides in Disney, but certainly the best rides in Epcot.
Everyone knows the best things in winter is Navy. And tonight, the toast of the town, Chef Remy, will prepare for you a culinary masterpiece.
I've never noticed the dog in the window before. It looks kind of Scottish for some reason. Christmas at Epcot is the International Festival of the Holidays, so we ate and drank our way around the lake and caught the incredible Mexican performers. And we had to stop in our favorite pavilion, the Mexican pavilion, and we did a little shopping, and we had to get on one of our favorite classic rides, Grand Fiesta Tour with the Three Caballeros. Epcot is so lovely at night, and with all the Christmas decorations out, there's a lot to see and eat. Plus, there's the giant gingerbread version of Spaceship Earth, which I loved. Oh, there's a show in 4 minutes.
The thing is, it's like...
Welcome to our glimmering greenhouses, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture illuminate the wondrous gifts we receive from the land. Join us as we ring in the most bountiful time of the year.
One of the few holiday overlays that you can catch at Disney is Living with the Land. So we took a boat ride to see it for the first time, and the thousands and thousands of lights that they have set up. It's really something. It's quite a fun little ride, especially if you haven't done it before. We also had to take a stroll through Moana's Journey of Water. My daughter had a blast with all the interactive elements and finding all the hidden characters. Finally, while my wife and daughter went on Spaceship Earth for the second time, I wanted to watch the lights and catch the whole show that they have for the holidays. The light show is really amazing with the music, and every time you see it, it's a little bit different, but there are a few shows you'll definitely want to catch, like this classic Disney one. Okay, so that's it for our quick stop in Walt Disney World. What an amazing day and a half. We had a great time Magic Kingdom yesterday. Today we happened to make time for Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Ate a ton of amazing food, treats, everything else. But you know, we're super excited about tomorrow because bright and early we get up, we have a quick breakfast, and then we're off to the Disney Treasure. So we've got three glorious nights to enjoy the treasure, and I cannot wait to get on board and check everything out. So that's coming up in the next video. It's gonna be an amazing few days. We're really excited. I mean, there's so much to check out in the new ship. The Haunted Mansion Parlor is gonna be just one of the highlights for me, but there's so much Coco and everything else. Here's one more look at that absolutely magical show on Spaceship Earth. It is dazzling. And the next day we were off on the Disney Treasure. Here we are. We are about to get on the treasure. I don't think we're ready. Honestly, we've been so excited about this for so long. Look at it. Beautiful. Stay tuned for my next video coming up really soon with all 3 days and nights that we spent on the ship and some of my favorite highlights from on board. I'm going to show you a bit from the new stage show, the Moana show, which is amazing. There's also going to be bits about the Haunted Mansion Parlor and some of the other bars and places and spaces you can explore on board. And expect to look at all the new things, including Coco and more. It is a phenomenal ship. We loved every minute on this ship. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know any questions that you have. I'd love to answer them, especially if you're planning a trip coming up soon to Disney World or maybe on the Disney Treasure.